Hi guys, welcome to my channel or welcome back. I am Leslie. Today I just wanted to go over 3 different ways that I have been able to maintain my 50 kilo weight loss. But first I just wanted to say thank you so much to everyone that messaged me, emailed me, or commented on my last video. I'm overwhelmed by the fact that I have so many positive comments because I do talk about my journey from such a vulnerable place, and I do talk about things that are very honest, and it's good to be met. It feels good to be met with support and such a positive community of people. So thank you very much. And I really like that I can use this space as a way to share my journey and hopefully inspire someone else to change their own life, because it was life-changing. Obviously losing 50 kilos, and my life is so much better since losing the weight, and I feel so much better, and I don't struggle as much. And why wouldn't I want to talk about that? So in today's video, I'm just sharing three ways that I maintain my 50 kilo weight loss. I want to start the first point by saying that I am very lenient with my diet. I'm not strict. As someone who has dealt with ED, and as someone who is a emotional eater in the past, I don't put pressure on myself to be perfect. I used to have this is when I was like 120 kilos, I used to have almost like a reward system. So if like the worse I was feeling, the more I felt like food was, sorry, I have this microphone and I don't know how to hold it. The worse I was feeling, the more I felt like I deserved a reward, and the reward being food. And I finally recognized just how bad that was for me. Obviously, it was very regular that I wasn't feeling very good. And so it was very regular that I was giving myself bad food, basically. And I recognized that, and now I don't have that. I know how these foods make me feel. I know if I'm looking at a block of chocolate, I look at the chocolate and I say, I know how I'm going to feel after I eat that. And that's not a reward. It might feel like a reward. I'm having a hard time. It's nice to have chocolate, but I know how I'm going to feel afterwards. And that doesn't mean that I don't eat the chocolate. It just means that I don't see it as a reward, if that makes sense. It used to be I deserve the bad food, and now it's I deserve the healthy food. I deserve to treat my body with respect. I deserve to feel good after eating. I deserve to fill my body with good food. And I guess the first point is really just changing my mindset around how I see food. I am lenient. I don't stop myself from having these foods. I just don't see it as a reward. I see it as something that I have every now and then, but I don't put like the extra emotion behind it. Does that make sense? I really hope that makes sense. And if not, I will freely expand on that point. That kind of went a few different ways, but I guess that I've just kind of changed how I see sweets and sugary foods and fast food. I've changed it from the reward and I've changed it to something that I have every now and then, because I know exactly how it's going to make me feel, and that's not a reward. The second point, and this might be very specific to my situation, but I'm going to go into this because it has really affected my weight loss, and my weight and me overall. And that is cutting out gluten. So I had a colonoscopy / endoscopy last year, and they found out that I had the strain for celiac disease. And so now I just don't eat gluten at all. However, sometimes I've slipped up and I notice the major effects of gluten on my body. And like I said, that might just be me because I have the strain of celiac. But it is insane the things it does to my body. If I have gluten now, my vision gets impaired. If I have gluten now, I feel so sick inside. My cheeks get puffy, and I think for a long time, actually, my body was holding on to so much extra weight because of gluten, because I had the intolerance, and my small intestine this last year, was like ruined from gluten. And gluten is in so many foods, and so because I can't have gluten anymore, I really have to cook. I have to cook my meals. There's so many things that I can't have. I find like new recipes and everything, and I mostly eat lots of protein and like vegetables and fruits, because gluten is in so many things. And so I truly believe that by cutting gluten out of my diet, it hasn't just stopped my celiac symptoms, but it makes me work harder not work harder, I don't want to put a bad word behind food, but by cutting out gluten, it makes me, I have to cook my meals, I have to prepare my meals, I have to put more effort into my meals. And by putting more effort in, it really makes me notice everything that I'm eating. And like I said, I do eat lots of vegetables now, and I do eat lots of chicken and fish and good sources of food. I can't just turn to so many like sweets and chocolates and crackers and pastas and pizzas. It's all got gluten in it. So I guess that I have less options. But last year when I was sick, I tried like so many different diets, and another thing that really helped me was cutting down on sugar. Like, sugar is a major thing to be cutting out of your diet. Not completely, like, don't force it out of your diet, but just lowering your sugar intake is so important. I'm also lactose intolerant. Last year, my body was just like not taking any food, and so I had to like really lower down on my carb intake, my fructose intake, my gluten, my dairy, sugar. Like, it was insane. But now that I've slowly started to come to terms with what I know my body likes, it's mostly gluten, dairy, and low sugar. That is mostly my diet. No gluten, no dairy, and low sugar. So that is just me being completely honest as to how I can maintain my diet so well. I think that gluten, a lot of people are probably more intolerant to it than we realize. And gluten can do some crazy things to the body. So I would just look into that, maybe go get a food allergen tests, whatever those things are. What are they called? Like food. Just go to your doctors and go get I'm pretty sure it's blood work, and see what your body is allergic to. But yeah, for me it's gluten, dairy, and a few different things, but I'm not going to go into that. So that is number 2. And then number 3, this is something that I find has helped me so much. Because I was sick last year, I was walking a lot. Walking is amazing. Yesterday morning, before I spent all day watching Lord of the Rings, I went out for a walk in the morning, and it was such a beautiful Sunday morning, and I just walked the streets. I went and got a coffee. I walked down to the waterfront, and by the time I got back, I'd done 10,000 steps, and that's my entire walking goal, done in like an hour and a half, walking in the morning. I didn't push myself, I didn't strain myself, but I was able to get in my 10,000 steps for the day. And walking 10,000 steps minimum per day has been my only fitness goal that I've had, and it has helped me so much. Walking is such an amazing tool, and I talk about it so much because you can just listen to music, you can just listen to a podcast, you don't even have to listen to anything really. You can just be with nature. You're more aware, you're more present. I think walking is almost like a meditation, because it gets me into this state where I'm so present, and I'm noticing things, and I'm noticing the birds, and I'm noticing the sounds and everything, and it really calms me down. It works wonders for my anxiety, which I've struggled with so much this last year because of my sickness, and it's such a fantastic way of getting exercise in without really having to strain yourself. 10,000 steps minimum a day, I think everyone should be doing. We spend so much time, on our phones watching TV, and we don't realize how much of that is actually, we're still and we're sitting down and we're not really moving our body. And by just having that 10,000 step goal, gets you outside, it gets you with nature, you become present. At least once a day you're present, and you're not on your phone, you're just there and you're a part of the world again. As well, we become so entrapped by petty dramas, and I haven't done that for a while, but I used to be so caught up with everything around me, and just getting out of the house or getting out of your current life problems, you're walking and you realize just how minuscule what you're dealing with really is. And I love walking because, it is really just like a meditation in itself. And I just have such a good time just with me and nature and sunlight and all of those good things. And it's also helped me lose weight. It helped me so much last year, just moving my body and staying on top of my health. It's also really good for digestion. You're moving your body, and so you're allowing your body to naturally do its thing. And I just could not I think that I'm like a number one fan or something. It sounds like I'm praising walking, but it's true. It's helped me so much, and I think that everyone should be aiming for at least 10,000 steps every day. Yeah, so those are just my 3 major points of how I've been able to maintain my weight loss. I could probably go into more detail, but those are probably the 3 main things that I do. I'm not perfect, but I have a much better relationship with myself and with food and with life. I don't know, but yeah, those are just my 3 main ways as to how I maintain my weight loss. Yeah, so once again, thank you everyone for always leaving nice comments. It really helps me to continue to have this channel and create this positive space. I love YouTube, and I'm going to be here for a long while, hopefully. And so if you enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed my other videos, please subscribe to my channel. I am here every week. I'm going to be here every week. Just sharing my journey, sharing my points of view, and talking with you just about everything to do with health. And I hope to see you in my next video. So like and subscribe, and I will see you there. Okay, bye.